Hi, welcome to 9.9 Comics with Chris and Kyle.
And he is no longer absent from the show, Chris.
That is correct, and he is carrying me through my sick days, Kyle.
Anyway, that's what I'm here for. In fact, at your other job, call me and I'll cover for you.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Inside. Anyway, starting with, we're going to start off with, these are comics for October 31st, 2018. That's
AKA Halloween.
But today we are going to start off with Marvel Comics and the release of Avengers Halloween Special #1, written by Jerry Dugan and other writers, and art by Laura Braga and various other artists. Cover art by Jeff Shaw. This is basically why we're talking about this.
Yeah. that's basically why we're talking about it.
Yeah, that's why we're talking about it.
Spooky stories.
Yeah, and it's spooky stories. Marvel's Comics Halloween Special, of course.
Spooky stories featuring Dr. Doom.
Yes, Dr. Doom is gonna be in this.
And the XMen, but nobody cares about them.
Moving on, we have also out of Marvel Comics, XMen Black Emma Frost #1, written by Leah Williams, art by Chris Bachalo, and cover art by J. Scott Campbell. The cover art is another top reason why this is on the list today. Diamond Diva strikes back. Before she was an X-Man, Emma Frost was the White Queen of the Hellfire Club. Did I say queen? Queen of the Hellfire Club, where she labored under the yoke of Sebastian Shaw, the Black King. Now she sets her sights on the club, determined to tear down the organization that wronged her, if she can convince the X-Men to help her out. Plus, Part 5 of X-Men Black Apocalypse. So,
Emma Frost is one of the few X-Men that holds my interest for longer than 20 seconds. So that's good. I'm happy with this book.
Moving on, we are getting, and also out of Marvel, Spider Force #1 of 3, written by Priest, art by Paulo Segura, and cover art by Shane Davis.
That one was easy.
A Spider-Geddon tie-in. The deadliest mission in all of Spider-Geddon has come up, and Kane has stepped forward for what he's sure will be a suicide mission. But he can't do it alone, and Jessica Drew, aka Spider-Woman, has signed on to help. But has Kane told her the whole truth? With Ashley Barton from Old Man Logan universe and 2 new characters, Astro Spider and Spider-Kid, Kane's team is complete and their mission may be their last. So it's another Spider-Geddon tie-in, of course.
There's only like 20 of those.
Yeah, ooh. Speaking of, Vault of Spiders, #1 and 2. And the reason why we're talking about this is because it is written by, one of the stories is written by Colin Bunn. It's a collection of stories. There's some other writers in there. And then art by Javier Pulido and various other artists, and cover art by Giuseppe Camuncoli. A Spider-Geddon tie-in, surprise. Only a spider army can stop the end of the multiverse. Meet Web-Slinger, the Spider-Man from the Wild West, in an unforgettable story by Colin Bunn from X-Men Blue. Is that all you're gonna give him, guys? And Javier Pulido from She-Hulk. He is the emissary. No. He is the emissary from Hell. He is Spider-Man. The Spider-Man from the live-action Spider-Man show that aired in Japan in the 1970s, back in comics form as an insane story by Jed MacKay from Edge of Spider-Geddon, and Sheldon Vella from Spider-Man and Deadpool and Spider-Verse. And that's just a glimpse into the Vault of Spiders.
How are you gonna give Deadpool to Sheldon Vella, but you're not gonna give it to the guy currently writing it, Colin Bunn?
They messed up all the honorable mentions.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, Scotty Young, but there's the Colin Bunn wrong, unless they canned that already. I don't know what's going on.
No one does. Moving on, we are getting into Old Man Logan #50. This is the finale to Old Man Logan, guys. This is the last Old Man Logan they're going to release. Written by Ed Brisson, art by Ibrahim Robertson, cover art by Andrea Sorrentino. Why can't I say the English names? Logan came into this world the same way he's leaving it, in pain. Don't miss the end of an era as Old Man Logan's golden years are cut short. Parental advisory. So the main reason we're talking about that is because it is the finale to Old Man Logan. And then Coming out of DC Comics, we have Justice League Dark and Wonder Woman: The Witching Hour #1, written by James Tynion and art by Jesus Marino and cover art by David Yarden. The deadly finale of The Witching Hour arrives as Zatanna battles for Wonder Woman's soul, and the rest of the Justice League Dark battle for their lives. Hecate is more powerful than the Greek gods, and no matter who wins, the Earth will lose its chance of surviving the war that's coming. I always get nervous when I say that because I feel like it's like the whole Thanos thing, like, you're saying it wrong!
Yeah, trust me, it is.
Okay. Damn you nerds. Damn you.
Moving on from there, I get to jump into DC now with a title that, on our first take, I was mean-mugging him.
Yeah, I got the order flipped on who was doing whose comics, and I almost grabbed this one from him.
And I was mean-mugging him the whole time. Justice League Aquaman Drowned Earth #1 by DC Comics, written by James Tynion IV, and art and cover art by Howard Porter. So, Drowned Earth Part 1, the Ocean Lords, ancient sea gods with a grudge against Aquaman and Wonder Woman, invade the Earth with an alien army and flood the globe. As Batman, Superman, and the Flash race to stop the waters from rising and turning everyone into aquatic monsters, Mira seeks the advice of an old enemy, and Arthur must face down Black Manta, or lose his connection to the ocean forever. So I'm really excited about this, obviously Aquaman book, but it is a universe-spanning event, and it really is like the whole Justice League.
It'll be exciting to see the world getting flooded.
I'm excited, because that's what's happening in real life. It's relatable.
Allegedly. You have to say it.
Allegedly. Moving on from there into Red 5 Comics, we have Riptide #3 of 4, written by Scott Chitwood and art by Danny Luckert. As the dock ticks until the sea rolls back, Hannah and the other survivors from the destroyed cruise ship race to a nearby oil rig to call for help, but along the way, two of the youngest members of the group make an incredible discovery. A sunken Nazi submarine. How did they make that discovery? Like, is it sunken, like, in shallow water?
Hopefully.
Despite being hidden for over 70 years, danger still lurks inside.
Just waltzing past this sunken submarine. Oh, look! A mile underneath the water.
I'm gonna have to pick this up because I'm like, how?
Or are you like swimming and be like, oh,
is it in a cave or something, maybe?
I think you might be right about like the shallow waters.
Mm-hmm. So this is a big deal.
As the sea rolls back. So yeah, it's the sea's receding. It's showing things.
Okay.
Shows how much we know.
Yeah. So this is a big deal. It's back order, not stocked already, and Riptide #1 is selling for a pretty penny if you saw them at the Melbourne Comic Con.
Right.
Moving on from there into Ahoy Comics, we have Edgar Allan Poe's Snifter of Terror #1, written by Tom Payer and various others. I thought it was going to be written by Edgar Allan Poe. Anyways, art by Fred Harper and various others, and cover art by Richard Williams.
How do you know the various others isn't Edgar Allan Poe?
You think that this can't. I mean, his name's on the title of the book. Edgar Allan Poe mangles classic tales and branded stories, and this cross between drunk history and tales from the crypt. First, meet Ahoy's own alcohol-damaged version of Poe in The Facts in the Case of M. Valdemar, adapted by Tom Payer from Batman 66 and drawn by Fred Harper. Then Sugary Cereal meets Vampirism in Dark Chocolate by writer Mark Russell, The Flintstones, and artist Peter Snejbjerg. Starman.
Don't even go back.
Extra comics by Hunt Emerson, unsettling verse by Sienna Madrid, illustrated by Carly Wright, and a cartoon by Shannon Wheeler.
A cartoon? So there's gonna be a video in the back of an animation, whatever.
I hope it's a GIF. Like somehow they put
you have to flip the pages like the old school GIFs. The original.
And that is also back order out of stock. Moving on from there into Image Comics, we have Witches Bad Egg Special One Shot, Halloween Special One Shot. Written by Scott Snyder and art and cover art by Jock, so pretty solid title to pick up. just by the writer and cover artist.
Right.
Bad Egg, serving as both a standalone story in the Witches world and a prequel to the highly anticipated Witches Volume 2.
Witches, well.
Bad Egg tells the story of Seb and Jackson, two innocent teenagers reared on opposite sides of the eternal struggle between good and evil. Sebastian's mother is a member of the Irons, the most ruthless witch hunters in history, while Jackson's family are high-horn witches. Can these two boys find friendship amidst this age-old blood feud, or are their fates already sealed? Collecting the entire Image Plus mag. Okay, so this story apparently was done in the Image Plus magazine run for the first time.
Just like Here's Negan.
Yep. Midnight Mystery #1 of 4 out of Alternate Comics. Written art and cover art by Bernie Gonzalez.
Mastermind.
Follow the strange adventures of Detective Zeke King as he goes from case to horrifying case. In this issue, King's latest case goes from freaky to fatal when he's hired to find the lost son of a deceased horror host. The mystery begins in this new supernatural horror series.
In this new sous vide special.
Yeah.
Speaking of sous vide, it's time for the 9.9 no-brainer! Which has ironically nothing to do with cooking meats in water sealed in plastic.
Are you sure? I see that. Batman Secret Files #1 out of DC Comics, written by Tom King and various others, art by Michael Janin and various other, and cover art by Michael Janin. So this is cover A is a foil, so that's going to be a pretty good one to pick up. I like the bats. Delve into Batman's case histories and discover brand new stories by some of comics' most exciting talents. The Batman team of Tom King and Mikhail Yanin provides a framing sequence setting up our hand-picked teams of creators to take a look at Bat mysteries past and present, featuring a bevy of Batman villains, including a look at how Scarecrow's fear toxin affects the common man, and a special story written by Tom Taylor with art by Brad Walker that teams the Dark Detective with Detective Chimp. And this is already back order out of stock. So that's a big deal.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this, and unlike the 90s back in the day where a foil was basically a death sentence for a comic, that is not true nowadays. Being a foil isn't like nowadays they're not putting foil on comics they thought wouldn't sell just to get them to sell. They're taking comics they know are going to sell and making them awesome foil covers. So it's not the same thing. However, that does not mean all foil comics are good, but this one specifically is. And would you please present me with the honorable mentions for today?
Mine!
No! Today's honorable mentions, hot off the press. Heroes in Crisis, #2. Batman, The Max, Arkham Dreams, #2. Hex Wives, #1. Realm, #10. And Stranger Things, #2. So,
There's a lot of #2s.
Yes.
Great day for #2s.
Yes.
Halloween, #2.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, I still need to see it. Matt has not
Speaking
stopped
of.
talking. Shut up. Has not stopped talking. Has not shut up about it. Why can't I speak? Yes.
Because you're saying he hasn't stopped talking about it, and he said, speaking of, and you're like, shut up!
I mean,
He just wants to talk about it. Welcome to Halloween, 9.9 Halloween with Matt and Matt. But that's it for today, guys. Speaking of, Halloween falls on New Comic Book Day this week, so
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
Wear a mask.
Yes.
Don't.
Don't do that in public. It's illegal.
It's Halloween, is it though?
If you're-
Technically it is. Even like kids running around in mass Halloween night is illegal as hell. They just don't do anything about it. 'Cause it's Halloween.
I think it's different where you are. But anyway, thanks
In
for
Florida it is.
Yeah, Florida's weird. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz.
And have a good night.
Yeah. Do that.
Spiderman!